everyone. I'm Steph Stricklen with GeekWire Studios here at AWS reInvent. A very busy day on the floor. You can hear everyone behind us. I am joined now by Dimitrij Zub. He is with SoftwareOne, and your title, sir, is impressive. Listen to this. The Director of Application Services for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, as well as the Asia Pacific region, as well as the Global Initiative Lead for Data and AI since June of 2023. That is an impressive, large skill set you have.
Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot to do, and I think it's an exciting space to be in. And I like the connection that SoftwareOne is doing between building a new application, but also connecting to data and AI space. I think there's huge value for companies to be brought and uncovered there.
We will definitely drill into that, but for people who haven't really had a chance to learn about your company, even though it's vast, you're represented in 90 countries. Tell me a little bit about what SoftwareOne does. What's the solution you provide?
So we are a company that works with organizations across all of their software assets. And that includes licensing business. So we help companies buy and procure effectively licenses for their needs. We also work in helping them modernize the application estate and help them build new applications. Help them, I think, at the core, we help them through software to really bring new business benefit to the companies.
Given your impressive resume and given the access that you've had over the years to the top thought leaders in the space, what are some of the challenges, obstacles, and maybe even successes that you're seeing as this space continues to evolve?
We have seen, I think, all of our customers being challenged right now with driving and delivering innovation to their customers. I think that's a very important point. We have seen the challenges today with AWS bringing generative AI technologies. It's where do you go, where do you fund the money? How do you invest? How do you meet your customers where they're expecting you to be? And there is a lot of challenges in that. First of all, some companies are constrained because they're spending money on software that isn't really helping them. Other companies are looking into finding new talent. Companies that have maybe an estate in applications that is stuck on premise and they want to get the value from the cloud, and they're asking, how do we move this over? And now with this current economic landscape, it's not easy because money is not just cheap and out there. So they come to us and say, you as SoftwareOne, you have this unique perspective on all of my business, from how we buy, how we operate, procure software, how we migrate and modernize applications. Can you help us build a strategy where we can see where we are wasting money, we can uncover the potential and reinvest it into the innovation that our customers want us to bring to them. And there's tremendous successes we've seen with such innovations where we are able to save customers hundreds of thousands of dollars through our item practice, which is a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant, and then come back and reinvest it into new applications, leveraging generative AI, or even help customers just experiment with the technology that we are seeing here today at the fair.
Where is then, to really drill down into what you're talking about, where is the single biggest value opportunity missed for the companies that you support? Is it in how they're executing their software, as you mentioned? Where's the money being not well spent or could be better utilized?
So that's an interesting one. I think there's not one single solution to the problem. I mean, we have 60,000 customers, so we talk to a broad variety from large enterprises to very small companies that have a completely different set of challenges, that are stuck in a specific space where they cannot innovate or they need to optimize the spending. There is where we look at the people. So just the people that are using the technologies that we help them procure or we build together jointly with our customers. And we help them with adoption change management, because sometimes the software is just not properly used. The applications are developed for them. We have seen customers, I just talked a week ago with one, they have developed a tremendous data and AI infrastructure. They've done everything for 400 people, but only 20 are using them. So this was an investment that's not being leveraged. So we help them through our adopted change management practice to educate the people to make the best out of it. Then we have other companies that have grown through acquisitions and mergers, and there are just millions of dollars in their licensing management space that is stuck in the corner, and we help them uncover that potential, help them migrate these applications to the cloud through the money that they are saving from no longer buying what they no longer need. We have other customers that come to us and say, there is this big thing. I feel like Gen AI and generative AI in general can help us do new things differently, but we are afraid. So they come to us for advisory and then ask us, can you help us develop a framework? How should we be looking at these technologies because of how many customers you have worked with? And we help them drive policies and design responsible AI methodologies for the companies before we move into implementation phases.
You touched on this just a minute ago. I'm interested in discussing more about the software licensing aspect of SoftwareOne as it pertains to cloud transformation, because that is something that is unique to what you do exceptionally well. Tell me a little bit about that.
The way we uniquely look at the cloud transformation is that we don't come into your estates and we analyze your applications and we tell you should migrate everything to the cloud, right? Because that's been the traditional approach. If you move it over, you create the agility and you create everything gets better and these unicorns and rainbows all over. If you just migrate everything to the cloud, I think we assume a much more neutral position. We look at whether what you need for your business, the software that drives your business processes, the application that you have can be optimized, can be retired, can be relicensed, can be migrated, should be modernized. And we do this holistically because of our partnerships in our business that we come from, but also being, for example, here at AWS Premier Tier Partner, from our experience in knowing how to effectively migrate and what to effectively migrate and modernize to the cloud. And that is unique because we look at this not purely from a services perspective, but where can we find value for you as a customer, just doing things differently in a way that does not need the cloud. It might be quite efficient to do that. Or relicensing a SaaS model without having to migrate. So it's a more holistic perspective, I believe, and it's a great place to be for me as well.
AI consulting is very hot in the space, and data and AI consulting is your specialty. Can you give me some recent use cases?
Recent use cases in data and AI, wow. We hear a lot about data and AI. I think I would start with something where when I talk to customers, and our specific customers, because we have this huge breadth of 60,000 customers, they are interested in guidance, right? So while I can talk about point solution, I'm happy to mention some. So we've just done a very interesting use case with generative AI for a wholesale company out of Ukraine. They have 100,000 products that are only available with technology descriptions. So if you want to buy a product, then you don't want just a list of bullet points like it's this big and this long and it's pink color and has 4 wheels. You want something up here. You don't go on Amazon and shop for a TV which is square and black and has 20 in whatever. So they asked us, can we create appealing product description for 100,000 plus products? So we use generative AI to help them do that. And now for their customers, for the retail customers, they can offer a new service where it's very appealing, interesting product descriptions available, something very easy for them to do right now, which would have been impossible. We are looking at this, however, holistically, like not only on point solution. So for that, when we sat down and think, how do we want to address the problem for all these vast amount of customers, we launched the SoftwareOne Intelligence Fabric methodology. And here we look from the advisory perspective, really trying to understand the customer's business, diving deep with them, helping them create the use cases that are relevant for them. And then we work slowly through them to transition them from where they are to a data-driven company, because you heard from Adam, without data, AI becomes less valuable. And then eventually to an AI-powered company. So we look at whether they know how to manage the data, whether they have the right mindset within the company to actually be using AI, and especially now with generative AI, they're introducing like a new employee into the company, so it becomes different than it was 6 years ago, where it was a system for systems. And at the end of the day, we also look, from our experience, that it's very important to educate the employees to use AI in a way that is very effective for the organization. There's many mistakes being made. Just put in a system in, nobody knows how to use it, nobody trusts it, and we end up where I just said. You have a great system for 400, 500 people, and only 20 end up using it. So we look at this also holistic from the adoption and change management perspective.
Dimitrij Zub with SoftwareOne, thank you so much for making the time to talk to us today.
It's been a pleasure, thank you.
You've been watching GeekWire Studios here at AWS reInvent.